Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Sorry, just getting information in right as I started. Welcome to Real News Live. I'm your host, Mike Bara, in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is a Monday morning news and Jentel show with my co-host, the lovely lady with the lesser hair from Hayden, Idaho, Jennifer Falaja. Jen, how was your weekend? Mine was relatively spectacular.
I know. I had a great weekend. We had lots of fun.
Yeah. Let's address that. You know, Seahawks are Super Bowl champions again, once every 12 years, whether we need it or not. And Jen, an important little side fact that I think needs to be known throughout Seahawks Nation around the world, actually, Seahawks world. Did you know that in 2013, the first time we won a Super Bowl, I personally, and my brother Dave, personally attended the very last game in the season that the Seahawks lost that year. They lost 17-10 to Arizona at home, their only home loss of the season. And Dave and I were there, and this was like last 3 or 4 games of the year, and they went on to win the Super Bowl that year.
That's great. This
year, Dave and I attended the Rams-Seahawks game, 21-19 Seahawks defeat at SoFi in Los Angeles SoFi Stadium. And that's the last game the Seahawks lost this year. And they went on to win the Super Bowl. They won 10 games in a row and won the Super Bowl. So I'm going to suggest to you, Seahawks world, that if you really want the Seahawks to win a Super Bowl, that every year, late in the season, last 5 games or so, you send me and Dave out to a game somewhere, and the Seahawks will win the Super Bowl. I'm just telling you that.
So, there you go.
Right. There you go. I think that's a plan. I think we need to do that. Okay. It was a great weekend. Jim and Regina Mitchell were wonderful hosts again. Thank you guys so much. And, Jen, it's just sports, right? And I don't know what sports role is in God's universe or how Jesus plans things, but it is a platform upon which human beings can challenge themselves and have competition. And people who say they don't like sports, it's like I don't get it, because sometimes the stories that people are able to that they create, their ability to overcome adversity. This guy Sam Darnold, grew up as the golden boy, big 5-star recruit in college, went to USC, good looking guy, had probably all the girls he wanted, but he met a girl he really cared about. He married her. They have a couple of kids. He was an abject failure at the pro level, even though he was picked 3rd overall, which is astonishingly high. And he finally won a Super Bowl yesterday, the first of his class of 2018. And it's like, he didn't play that great, but he played good enough. And he's like on top of the world now. And everybody said that he would choke, that they would lose because he was a loser and a choker. And he overcame that. And I don't understand why people don't like these stories of human beings overcoming challenges. And I mean, you're kind of into sports a little bit. I know you watched a little bit of the game yesterday and stuff, or watched all of it. Like, I just think I feel like sad for people that don't appreciate that. That's why I watch sport, is just for the amazing human stories. And I wonder, in the post RV world, Sky told me, well, they're still going to play sports, but the money is not going to be involved anymore. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, philosophically, like, being a great athlete, isn't that one of the sole paths that somebody could choose to take? Like, in this lifetime, I want to be a great athlete and admired by the crowd. Isn't that a basic human tenet? There
will always be sports. There will always be entertainment. There will always be challenges. I think I found most often, if somebody doesn't like sports or a certain sport, they don't understand the game. But once somebody explains it to them and they understand what's going on, then they get into it. I mean, this happened to me. I mean, football's been on the TV my entire life at all the family gatherings. It's just always, big football family.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I was a young teenager and they sat me down and explained to me what was really happening other than touchdowns and things like that. It wasn't until then that I really enjoyed it because
you got invested. Yeah. Yeah.
So, men, if you have wives who don't like football or basketball or the game, explain it to them. How are they scoring? What does this mean? Just teach them about the game and they will. But yeah, it's there's always been tests of strength, overcoming the normal limitations for entertainment throughout history, and I think that will always be there. I don't know if it's going to be like corrupt or a big money making machine, but the more people that are involved in sports, the more that airtime or that game or that player is worth. The more opportunity for advertisement. So I don't think the money part of it's going to go away either.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. They're entertainers because they entertain us for 2 or 3 hours at a time, just the way David Bowie did or something. So they get paid a lot. Why shouldn't they get paid a lot? And unless you've played tackle football with the pads and the helmets and all that, and gone through the training camp and all that, and experienced the pain, you don't realize what a challenge it is to make yourself better. It's the way
I see it is, if somebody dedicated their entire life to a profession, if you studied, let's say, psychology or law your entire freaking life, and you finally should you not make good money?
Why not?
I mean, and you did it not because of the money. Some of them do it, yeah, that's a nice big bonus. Yes, I'm going to do that. But I want to pursue this because this is what I love. This is what I enjoy. This is what I know. This is what I'm good at. Why is it anybody's business how much money they make? Exactly. If you dedicated your whole life to someday own your own business, does the public have any right to tell you how successful that business can be and how rich you can be from it? No. You've done the work. It's nobody's business.
Yep. And it's part of the challenge of human existence. That's kind of what I was trying to get to. It's just another aspect of the challenge of human existence. So I don't think that when we're superior and all 5D that we're still not going to want those challenges.
Yeah, these players started when they were kids. When everybody else is out there partying, they're practicing, they're training, they're at camp, their whole freaking life. And they don't get that. There's only a certain place that they can rise to, and then they have to stop with that profession. They need to make a lot of money to last for the rest of their life.
Yep.
Because it's none of my business how much they make.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, the average career in the NFL lasts 4 years. Last 6, you've had a great career. If you make it 10, you're an all-time great, right? So, and I like to see them make the money and not because that's all and you can only do it till you're 32 or with new medicine 35. That's it. That's all you can do it for. So
all there's anybody complaining is watching that game and what they did that game. Why do they deserve to make so much money for this season or that game? You're not looking at the bigger picture. These people have been dedicated to their craft, to their game, their entire freaking life, every moment of every day
to get there.
I say make a bunch of money and retire.
Get a bunch of money and retire. And I hate it when players are dumb and they lose it all. It's just
you can't be in the NFL and be dumb. No. You've had to go through college.
I've met a few players.
They might push some through, because of their abilities, but
I've met a few players.
You have to be a certain level. You got to get the grades. If you don't get the grades, you're out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, everybody, welcome here.
I think a lot of players dumb themselves down when they're asked to speak.
That may actually be true. because I did
To
that
remain,
kind of
like,
thing.
look humble, you know?
I did that kind of thing when I was in high school because I didn't fit in. So yeah, I think that may be true. So yeah, congratulations to my Seahawks. There's no better feeling when you're a sports fan, a football fan, than winning the Super Bowl. Dave said it yesterday. He said it's the biggest prize in sports around the world. It's bigger than the World Cup. It's bigger than the Premier League. It's bigger than the Champions League. It's bigger than Formula One World Championship. It's bigger than the Indianapolis 500. It's the biggest prize. And my boys won it, and congratulations to them. I'm not a big fan.
I cannot believe that it is 2026, and we still do not have female. We could do flag football, I guess, but I mean, you got so many pads on you. I mean, like, why don't we have female football leagues? And I don't care if that sets you off. I mean, I was so pissed playing football with everybody in the neighborhood and my older brothers when I was growing up that they didn't have that for us. We got like a powder puff, and you got to play that for like a week or so in high school, and it was a joke. I mean, why the hell can't we play?
Well, they have the lingerie football league. Would you like to be part of that?
You know what?
It's just...
I almost cussed right there. I mean, you almost made me say the F word on TV. All right.
Well, no, Well, so you are an advocate for more like flag football leagues for girls, longer.
We play tackle, but tackle? Like, I don't see why tackle's not okay.
Well, I mean, the lingerie football league is a tackle league, and the girls.
If you got girls tackling girls, it's not a big deal. I mean, we don't have giant men tackling girls; would not be okay. But everybody's got pads on, and
yeah.
I mean, you would have take a look at gymnasts, or professional cheerleaders. They're solid rock.
Yeah,
they're limber. They'd be fine. I mean, if they started it up, it would be huge money. Huge.
All right. Well, you know what? That could be a humanitarian project you and I could work on together.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. But somebody should.
Not time for that.
Somebody should.
Well, we can contribute.
Last thing.
Right? We can contribute to
last thing I want to freaking do is work on a female football league with you. Okay? It's going to turn to like, we're going to have strippers dancing on the poles and the sidelines. I mean, it's going to be a mess. No, absolutely not. But somebody should. Anyway.
There was a movie once, Keanu Reeves' movie called The Replacements, where the NFL went on strike. And so they brought in this replacement football league, and the cheerleaders wouldn't cheer, so they brought in strippers for the cheerleaders. And so when the other team was trying to snap the ball, the cheerleaders were dancing around poles, and the quarterback was like getting distracted. You just brought back a flood of memories there. All right, let's go through the stuff while we kind of wait everybody to get in here.
That's what's going to happen.
If you miss any episodes, you can always jump over to mikebarrett.blogspot.com, where you can connect with all the things going on with me. I got to get my interview with AJ Jentel up here. That's got 850,000 views as of right now. The interview I did with AJ, I've gotten incredible feedback from it. From people even that called me up and said, I didn't realize you were so smart. Anyway, you can also pick up all the shows Jen and I do here, philosophical discussions, books, connections to books, UFO cases I've done, interviews with people in the UFO community, and my upcoming schedule of appearances, which is starting to fill up. I'll be doing the Quantum Summit with Mel Carmine in March again. That will be great. I had a blast in Cape Canaveral last year, so hope to see you guys there. Also, please don't forget to visit our absolutely wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, over at thecbdgurus.com, where Matt and Lucas bring you all kinds of awesome CBD products for your health. Just hit the wholesale tab, slide down to Mike B Wholesale, type in the discount code ALIEN, no capital A, no S on the end, just ALIEN, and pick up this week's specials at wholesale prices. You'll also pick up some Bolivar this week if you use the code February 20. I don't know why it's 20 and not 25 or 26, sorry. But along with that, you get all kinds of cool, Superfood Probiotic, new product. I don't know what that is, but that sounds like something I could use, Jen, the Superfood Probiotic. And the mushrooms and Lotion 2000, Excite hard candies, all kinds of cool stuff. The X-Freeze Pain Roll-On. Great stuff from Matt and Lucas over at the CBD Gurus. Also, please do not forget to visit our other wonderful sponsors, the folks over at MikeBaraPets.com. Diana and Kristen, the mushroom ladies, can give you all kinds of great mushroom-based healthy supplements for your fur babies, your dogs, your cats, your horses, your donkeys. I got Barkley on mush puppies and mojos, and the cats on the special sauce and the Sequoia cat food, and the chill doggies and the mush ponies for large breed dogs and horses and donkeys. And then the Enforce line of mushroom based supplements for human consumption to do wonderful stuff. They've got everything over there. They got chocolates, they've got starter packs, they've got body balms, and they've got coffees. Send an email to Diana at MikeBaraPets@gmail.com. Link in the description to that and all these other sites. MikeBaraPets@gmail.com with whatever issue your fur baby may have. And between Jen doing a reading and the mushroom ladies getting them on the right products, your baby should start feeling better really, really quickly. Or for yourself, start out, try all of the human-based products. Those are really, really good stuff. Also, please don't forget to visit our other wonderful sponsors, the folks over at LifeWave, where you have the amazing LifeWave patches, the X39 patch, using the science of phototherapy, which basically just reflects your body's own infrared emissions back, stimulating the growth of stem cells. Depending on the frequency of the patch, it will stimulate a certain type of stem cell, which will help improve your health in that particular area. All you do is wear these for 12 hours a day, take them off for 12 hours a day. I'm on the X39 and the SP6. I've lost 15 pounds. I haven't had a migraine in 5 or 6 months now. These are to balance your hormones. Most migraines are hormonal. All I can tell you is it works. I've got a dozen friends now who have amazing stories to tell you about the LifeWave patches. And guess what? If you want to be part of the program, you can be a reseller too and get all your friends involved if you have great results. There's all kinds of different patches for different functions. I have this awesome patch manual that I've got. If you got an issue, I'll tell you which combination might be the best and where to place them. It's really cool stuff. Those guys I'm really enthusiastic about. And again, Jen, I got my own personal story. I can't really say anything bad about the folks over at LifeWave or any of our sponsors. Speaking of not saying anything bad, what's going on over at JenniferFalah.com this week?
Well, we still have the weight loss healings combo on sale. You could get 3 once a month, 1 healing a month for 3 months for the price of 2 for weight loss. Weight loss healing is a full healing, a cleanse. It is an energetic healing on anything that would contribute to you gaining weight and stopping you from losing weight. It's also a talk with the soul, like hypnosis, to help you stick to your weight loss plan. So it helps you help yourself. We do it once a month because usually by that time it kind of wears off. It's not like witchcraft or anything. Don't freak out. It's just like talking to the soul saying, hey, let's be successful here. And then asking the soul to eliminate the excess fat from the body. So go over there and get that now. It's not going to be on sale for much longer. Email me after. I need a picture, first and last name. If you'd like to reach Susan Gretz or Marcy Howell, you can also do that. Right now for Marcy Howell, it is a really good time to get a cleanse for the house, a cleanse for your people, start the year out fresh. Email her after, add her email there in the write-up. And, Marcy's always open to making you a deal too. So if you purchase one and email her, I'm sure she's be happy to make you a deal on any additional services that you would like to have. You can go to philosophy.com to book a reading with me. What's going on there? Oh, I forgot to tell you. Regular healings are on sale right now for $59 a piece at jenniferfalah.com. Over here at philosophy.com, those are $59, I believe. Didn't I change that? Can't read it. It's too small.
No, it's $59. Yeah.
All right. Those are $59 right now. Go ahead and get on the list before it fills up.
Okay.
Go to philosophy.com to book a reading with me. You can purchase and schedule yourself there.
Cool.
I am still open to doing Saturdays for silver. I think the next Saturday is the 21st or the 28th. It's a private, gift giving. We're just giving each other gifts and because we're friends. But if you'd like that, you can email me about it at jmfalaw@gmail.com and ask me about it, and I'll tell you. Okay?
Okay.
But I would accept silver for a reading on a Saturday.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's the email right there, jmfalaw@gmail.com. That's also in the description. Okay. One last thing. I hate to bring it up, but I am starting another quickie GoFundMe. I got to spend about $1,250 this week on my own medical care. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. It's going to cost me like $1,000 for sedation. And I am going to see a specialist for my dizziness and my inner ear problem. That's on Thursday, and I'm going to have to pay $250 out of my pocket for the appointment because my insurance, they don't take my insurance. So I'm going to put this in Telegram. I'm just going to mention it here real quick. You want to give me $5, $10 to help with that? I appreciate it. That's just it. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. Anything helps. And I can put it on my credit cards, which I'm going to, but I'd like to pay cash for it. So there's that. And it's just going to be for this week, and then we're going to be done with that one. So I know you guys are really nice there. So thank you for that. Jen, I just had a friend. I told you she called me this morning, wants a reading with you. I didn't realize she could get it for $59. I'm going to send her that link right away.
No. No readings for $59. It's a healing that is on sale.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I have it wrong. Yeah. Okay.
Don't start telling everybody that. That's going to be a madhouse. You start telling everybody that. No.
No. Sorry.
Everybody's texting me right now. Okay.
Yeah. Shit, I screwed up. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, let's go to the news update. Okay, what are we going to do about the news here? Nope. Where did Jen go? Nope, there we go. Okay, so the news update. There's not a lot, but it is very positive and it is exciting. So what I'd heard over the weekend was everybody was geared up for Sunday night after the Super Bowl. That was the targeted time. That did not happen. I don't know why it didn't happen, but that was the supposedly targeted time. Failing in that, they then said close of business Monday. Today, February 9th, was supposed to be it. That has now been kicked to the wayside. And the group that is talking to me a little bit now says Wednesday is what they're hearing. That's great, because you know what? I talked to one of my 3 bond guys. I've talked to 2 of my bond guys. Previous to that, my main bond guy on Saturday said Wednesday is the day that they expect to go. The people that I'm talking to in the group they're talking about a dinar value and us setting our appointments for Wednesday. The bond guy, the broker guy, is saying he expects to see his thing happen on Wednesday. This is the guy who says there was this big event and it's happened and now we're just waiting for an announcement on it. He expects it to be Wednesday. A third source, also a bond source from a different side, the Treasury side, just reported that they've been told by Treasury that they will get their money finally again on Wednesday. So that's 3 people now saying Wednesday. So that's what I have from that side of the house. Failing in Wednesday, one of the 3 sources said, well, then the fallback position to that is Sunday, because they absolutely want to get it done before the, quote, Chinese New Year on the 17th. So the 15th would be their best opportunity to do that. So that's what I'm hearing on the news side. And Jen, you look like you're giggling. I don't know what's going on there. But I haven't talked to Jen. We haven't talked all weekend.
We haven't talked.
I don't know what she's hearing, but that's what I heard. That's the basics of it.
And I purposely do not look at anything that anybody sent me
Yeah.
before I do the Jentel on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Monday morning. I usually have a lot, but I don't even look.
And let me check. One more source just came in. Let me check. Okay. They're also being told, this third source, inside bond source, is also being told that they're looking for some funds today. So again,
possibly different tier, yeah, with the bonds, yeah.
Let me just recapitulate that for everybody so you get it. I was told the plan was for Sunday after the Super Bowl. That didn't happen. I was told the backup plan to that is Monday after close of business in the USA, which is 3 or 4 hours from now. I was also told before that by a bond source that it was actually going to be Wednesday. And a second bond source came in and said Wednesday. Then the people that said, if not Sunday, then Monday, now are saying Wednesday, and if not Wednesday, then Sunday. And that's before the Chinese New Year, the 17th. So Tuesday the 17th is the Chinese New Year, that they really want to get it done for various reasons before that. So that's kind of what we're looking at is there's a plausible window today around 5 Eastern. There's a strong confluence of energy around Wednesday, and there's a backup of Sunday because we're coming up against this Chinese New Year. So that's what I hear. And again, previously I've been told that Mondays are a really good day because of banking alignments. So I don't know what that means, but that's what I'm hearing. And guys, I just want to tell you, we're very close. We're very close because everything everybody says, again, everything is done. So Jen, what'd you get for Jentel? And I'll just turn it over to you and let you tell everybody what the heck is going on.
Well, I feel a little bit better about what I got for Jentel now, because when I got it this morning, I was like, they're going to throw stones at me. And I don't want to say this. Why? So, pretty close to what, the chatter is. But I found out why. So this is Jentel, Interdimensional Meditation for February 9th, 2026, 6th level of heaven with Jesus, the archangels, the apostles, in the library, and the whole team. Okay? Michael spoke to me. He was standing in front of the desk, and there was my quill, trying to write. RV News. He said, the Minister of Finance has made a decision. It's to wait until February 15th for a public rate announcement. The reason is because of political tensions in Iraq, and they're looking for stability. That announcement is actually scheduled. Other countries' leaders have been informed about that announcement. So this is actually something that's like, let's do it on a whim. Let's do it next week. Let's do it. They actually have this scheduled, this announcement to come out. Okay? All right? Okay. Coming in the news. First bullet point. Outrage over halftime. We'll hear about that all week. And if you see the translation of what was said, it's ridiculous. I have all kinds of opinions, as I know that you all do, about the scene that we saw. My biggest concern were the people in the bushes. And as soon as they said outrage over halftime, I thought about those bushes. So I could have been influenced by what I saw when I received this, but I did hear him say terrorist groups hiding in rural areas emerge in the USA. Kind of feel like that was a call for them to do that. So it was more inappropriate than you think. Next bullet point. Plane. I saw a plane and I saw an explosion. It was on the ground. I don't know if the explosion was behind the plane, possibly in a building at an airport. That is a possibility because it looked like it was behind it. but we'll see. The plane looks like it's parked, so I wouldn't worry too much about getting on a plane, but it looks like something happened on the ground. Now, this could have been military planes. I don't know. Next one. New executive orders. Trump's going to do something with that. And here we go. Celebrity caught and scandal. You're starting to go down. Okay. Public reveal. It's rolling out. And when I'm zoomed into Congress, I see a certain individual. It was a man. Congress silent, charges, and crimes. All the anons went wild. So it's starting. It's rolling out. We're going to start seeing this in the news. They're starting to tell the public the truth. Again, here we go. Another one. Crimes revealed and royalty. Not going to tell you where I was looking, but it's the first place you thought. Okay. Last one. Now, this concerned me a little bit. Continental shift. Possible earthquake. But I grew up in California, and that's the first thing I think when you talk about continental shift. But it could be something else. Okay. So just keep your eyes and ears open. Looks like we've got a scheduled public announcement. It is still happening. Other tiers, yes, probably going to do their thing before that happens. I don't know if you have a scheduled announcement, if the exchange centers will be notified and we can start making our appointments to get notifications first. I have no idea. This morning I had no idea what was going on. Went in, got this, a little nervous to show up and tell you. So if anybody comes at me, just remember, I just work here. All right? And that's Jentel for today.
Well, if anybody comes at you, they have to go through me first. So,
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my God, I got so much shorter all of a sudden. Very interesting. And again, we could have bond movement on Wednesday and public revelation on Sunday. That lines up the 15th. It's like they're done. They're sick and tired of this, and they're gonna do it. That's the way it's just finally gonna happen.
Well, I mean, it looks like they've actually got something scheduled. First time I've heard that.
Yeah, scheduled is amazing. And then the one thing I did forget to mention in my report was I was told that the Treasury was the problem where this had been hung up repeatedly, that there are still a lot of, Jen, you're going to love this. He said, there's still a lot of cabal minions, bad guys hiding in the bushes in the Treasury.
I'm sure there are everywhere. They've been weeding a lot of them out all this time, and it's going to make it easier on us at the end, but they're still there. And that halftime show was, to me, saying that the minions are hiding in the bushes all this time, and then they come out in the bushes, and the bushes have faces.
Yep. There you go.
Come on. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
They're telling them to come out and rise up against the people in the United States. I mean, it's an American football game. I've got people in my family from all over the world, so don't even come at me with all your crap. It's an American football game. We just established that English is the national language, and they come out with that NFL, and so they come out with that if their images and everything, and then half the people can't even understand what's going on. So it's like, oh, how easy is it to send messages out to all of the, possibly from El Salvador or Venezuela, or whoever is still hiding in this country with an ATM card.
Yeah. Who
gets called upon to rise up and try to start a civil war. That's what they're still trying to do.
Yep.
Is start a civil war. And I think that Super Bowl halftime show totally pissed me off. But I think that that was a call to do that. So be aware of your surroundings.
Mm-hmm. Be on top of things. Be careful. Absolutely be careful. So,
Bet you anything, we're going to have all kinds of groups showing up now. And we don't know where they came from with their, protests. No, they're trying to start a civil war.
mm-hmm. All right. Just remember, questions for Jen must include your real name and the real name of the person or pet or entity that you are asking about. Non-corporeal entity, you can ask about them too. And just please remember that it's so much easier for Jen to connect when she has a name or a face or a picture or something like that she can make the connection. Don't forget to like, subscribe, Rumble Rant, and Super Chat. And again, one of the advantages of being a subscriber over on Rumble at Real News Live with Mike and Jen for a mere $5 a month is that you can Rumble Rant, or you can do that. You can subscribe for a mere $5 a month, and your questions go to the top of the slush pile when it comes time for questions and answers. So why don't we go do questions and answers over on that side of the house? Jen, we'll start it out and bring it over there, and I will read the questions off. Let's start at the very top here. Please turn your volume up. Are we quiet, guys? It feels like maybe turn your volume up. Okay. Shazam. Okay. Sarah, also known as Shirley. Sarah or Shirley or both says, do you see me getting a job, and if so, when?
Shortly, you're going to hear something about that. Could be this Thursday, could be next Thursday. I'm really looking at a Thursday.
Yeah. By the way, I was going to say, Manchester City won a huge game in Liverpool yesterday, which is not an easy thing. The Seahawks won the Super Bowl. This would be a really great week to throw in the RV on that week. This would be a pretty spectacular week out of my life if we could get all those things happening. So let's make that go. Elise says, will I get the house at 1386 Moores Mill Road? And will I be an M or a B?
One question, please.
Will I get the house at 1386 Moores Mill Road?
Yes, that is a strong possibility at this point in time.
Okay. Heather B would like to know if you see her falling in love again.
You have... I don't like to assign like soulmate, twin flame. I don't think that's fair. You shouldn't do that to people. Assign that to them. That's something you should decide together. But you have somebody destined coming in this year. I'm just not quite sure of the timing. I think I'm in the summer. But that energy is written. It is destined. This is a significant player in your life. They are coming in.
Cool. There we go. Beth Costanzo for $100. Thank you, Beth. That's absolutely wonderful. I was on my way home from Rhode Island and saw a billboard that said, save lives with sound instead of a scalpel. Under that, it said Brown University Health. Is this the start of MedBeds? Interesting question, Beth.
Interesting sound. What are they doing? That's going to take me one more time. It's not, that doesn't have anything to do with MedBeds.
But using sound to heal is...
But we're starting to see alternative therapies coming to the surface. Yeah, it's good.
And, guys, there's a lot of you out there, sports is all scripted. It's not all scripted. It is scripted sometimes. There is intervention sometimes to help certain guys. But like yesterday's game wasn't scripted. Yesterday's game went exactly the way the two football teams who played it
The defense was amazing.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what everybody expected to happen, and it wasn't because it was scripted. It's just one team was better than the other one. So it's not all scripted, which is why I still watch. If I thought every single outcome was scripted, it's bad. But Jen, this is really interesting. After the game, right? They're doing the post game show and the presentation of the awards and everything, and then NBC cuts to a scene which is supposed to be like in a bar in Seattle, and all these Seahawks fans are like, and I'm looking at it, and it was all AI. It was all fake. It was a fake AI video of people, and I'm like, why couldn't you just put a camera in a real bar in Seattle to get the fans' reaction? And to me, that was really insidious because it was completely fake. None of the people in the video were actually real, and it was pretty obvious that it was AI. And I just don't think that that's right. So is that scare? I mean, does that scare you? It scares me because what's going to be reality anymore? It is going to come to the point where there's not going to be real sporting events. They're going to just AI.
It's kind of the way it is with everything. I mean, you have so many videos on social media. There's so much AI everywhere that you can't even try. I mean, they can make somebody look like they're saying something and use their voice. And, I mean, you really can't trust anything that's out there right now.
There are friends of mine. I see some hot girl, and I see a bunch of friends of mine on Facebook are following her, and I go and I look at the pictures, and I'm like, she's AI, guys. She doesn't really exist. This person is not even real. And you're all like,
well, that makes sense now.
It's bizarre.
Well, I don't know what I was saying. Well, just for a couple days, then I deleted it because that was ridiculous. But just for fun, I was bored, so I got on a dating site, and all these guys, I got a lot of messages, and all these guys kept asking me if I was real, and I'm like, well, last time I checked, I mean, I've pushed a couple people through my body. I mean, it's about as real as it gets, buddy. I don't know. I mean, why are you asking me if I'm real?
Thanks for that description.
So yeah. Well, I have, dude. I deserve a medal for that.
Yeah.
And
it's tougher than anything I've probably ever done.
Oh yeah, you'd never make it. Never freaking make it. But anyway, they kept asking me if I was real, and I didn't get it. I was like, why are you? And that's what it is. That's got to be it. That they think that I don't know. There must be a lot of fake women on those. I just deleted it. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, and there's ways to tell that you're dealing with AI, but those will get better and better, and it's going to be harder and harder. But still, it was like they show the video of these people celebrating. I'm like, it's not even real. There are clearly people celebrating in Seattle to win, but why couldn't you? Why would you do that? And to me,
lazy, save money,
cheap,
just create it.
Than sending a camera crew to a bar in Seattle, like we can't even spend that much money. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it bugged the shit out of me, to be honest.
That's probably people just trying to make their job easier. No, don't go out, send somebody out there. Just go and create it, and it's easier. I don't know, but you could feel like almost towards when it was sure they were winning. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Last 4 minutes of the game or whatever, you could feel the energetic shift in the Pacific Northwest. Like it was like joy. I could feel it. I could just feel it all around. Yeah. So everybody was watching. Everybody was happy.
I brought my Seahawks flag, my 12th flag, to Jim Mitchell's house, and and when a touchdown is scored in a game, they usually send these fat guys out with big flags to run around the field, with the team logo on it. And so I was running back and forth in Jim's living room, and I accidentally bonked the top of the flagpole on his ceiling fan, which was not on, by the way. And Jim pulled his gun out. He's got guns everywhere. He just pulled his gun out and just held it up. I'm like, okay, Jim, come on. Getting the joy of winning the game. I think Jim was really nervous. By the way, we're doing Strictly Football today as our final show with Izzy and Jim and Brian Engelman after this, sometime around not another hour or so. Leanne would like to know, when will she leave her current job?
Yeah. Shortly, if all goes well.
Good.
It would be safe to say that she'll leave by the end of the month.
You feel safe saying that? That's awesome.
Should there be any more delays? Yeah.
Sue V wants to know if she's an M or a B.
B.
Clarice. Do you hear that awful?
I know. I can never hear that name without.
Clarice wants to know if she's an M or a B.
Clarice. Hello, Clarice.
Hello, Clarice.
She probably gets that everywhere she goes. It's not quite a B. It's almost a B. So way up there.
Yeah.
Triple M.
Like Al Pacino says, every time I'm at a stoplight, somebody pulls up next to me and says, "Say hello to my little friend." So Al Pacino's a lot in life.
Don't ever say that to women.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Say hello, my little friend. Okay, Jill liked the Basement podcast. Thank you. Go in and check it out. The Basement with AJ Jentel. It was a great interview. Jen, it's so funny because there's so many haters. Like, well, there's not that many, but like 1 out of every 5. Oh, Barry's so fat. Oh, I'm owned. Did you know I'm owned by the CIA and I'm a plant and all this other shit? And I'm like, if I'm owned by the CIA, where are my CIA paychecks? Please pay me.
Yeah, people call me a witch. That's my trigger. I'm like, you know what? You obviously have not been paying attention at all. If that's what you think.
Jen's a witch, and I'm owned by the CIA.
Like, whatever, dude.
The clowns in America. Diana says, could you please let me know when I will be moving to Southern Nevada? Yay! Come to Southern Nevada. Diana.
Mid-March, as of now.
Cornbread. Brondo wants to know. Last week you said 369. I don't understand. I need a job. Do you know what that refers to? Didn't you? Yeah, so did that come up? 369.
Asked me how much she was going to be getting at the exchange.
Oh, 369. That's pretty good. So just hang on to that. Carolyn for $10 says, I retired in November, but ended up taking a part-time job. Will I have to work this much longer? Work that job much longer?
I love it when I get yes or no questions, and sometimes I'm worried that maybe I'm just throwing in hearing what I want, or just hearing no or yes, and when I start thinking that way, Gabriel will say something else, and he just said not. So, no.
Okay. Do you see me getting a home? Sorry, this is John. Do you see me getting a home in Arkansas and Texas? I'm looking now at a home on 252 acres in Rosebud, Arkansas. So John wants to know if he's going to get a place in Arkansas or Texas.
Rosebud. I just got like a wave of joy that hit me when I looked at it. That's a good plan.
Mm-hmm. Good. You know, it's weird what makes people happy. Some people want a ranch, which is just basically a bunch of dirt in the middle of nowhere. I want a beach house in Redondo for the summer. You know, it's just weird how you want a nice compound somewhere and, you know, in the Northwest. It's just interesting how different people have these different.
I don't really want a compound. You know, I think everybody should have their own space. You know, I like it up here. It's beautiful up here, but there's certain times of the year that I want to be down where it's warm. I need beach in my life.
Yeah. But wouldn't it be great to have enough big property in Idaho or somewhere, and have you and the kids all have their own houses, separated but connected. Maybe you could have underground tunnels, or
Yeah, or close by. I don't want the kids
so
to
like you
feel
could,
like mom's watching everything they do for the rest of their life.
you could look out
They
the
have to
window.
have their own space.
They'd be
Yeah.
like your neighbors rather than
Mhm.
rather than living with you all the time. Debbie wants to know if she's an M or a B.
B.
DP Freedom is now a monthly subscriber. Thank you,
Thank
DP
you.
Freedom, for holding $5. Belfast Girl for 25 says, Jackie V here again. I'm flying from Colorado to South Carolina on the 14th, and I fly home on the 21st. Do you see anything I should be aware of?
14th's really busy. Give yourself more time. 21st. You get there. 21st. It's like pictures, like flipping channels on the TV. Hang on. Yep. Get home safe. You're fine.
This comes from the Rumble side, but I'm going to show it here. Jenny Jam Pray. The CBD Superfood Probiotic, which I mentioned in the advertisement, is new, and I've used it for a week now. It tastes good and has so many good, pure things in it. Go order it. Well, I will. And by the way, I don't get any discounts. I mean, Matt is really kind to me, but if I'm going to order it, I got to buy it. And Jen, there is a connection with my head problems. There's a connection between your inner ear, your head, and your gut. There is a connection. So if you don't have a healthy gut, you're going to have the kind of problems I'm having. And I've taken so many steroids and so many antibiotics in the last year that it probably just caught up with me.
You could just listen to me.
I know.
And it would clear right up.
I'm trying to quit the soda, not very successfully, but
and the carbs.
But start with
candy and carbs and all that stuff.
Start with one thing. Please let me start with one thing. DP Freedom says, Debbie here. Do you see me at 1391 Highway 518? 1391 Highway 518.
Oh.
Something better then.
It is something better. You do find something better.
Yeah. Usually if you have a desire like that and the universe says no, it's actually not no. It's I've got something better in mind for you that you'll like.
And what I've seen for people over the years is that, like, even when they're just shopping for just a house, and they're not ready yet, like they're not pre-approved yet or anything, they'll find places that are close to what they want. And then when they're ready, what they want pops up.
Pops up, yeah. The real thing that they want. Linda T says, I just sold my house. Am I buying the house at 201 King Elder Way? And can you maybe see what month?
Yes. Yes, I got a nod.
Okay. Betty O for $10 says, won't this whole thing stop on Friday the 13th as it is the beginning of Ramadan? I suspect a delay. They always say that shit. Ramadan doesn't fucking matter. I don't think so. And by the way, they have Ramadan like 6 fucking times a year. I just can't wait to.
Not what I got. I got the 15th.
Yeah.
First, he said Jesus was sitting next. That's how it went. Jesus was sitting next to me, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm holding his hand. I'm like, I don't know what the hell to tell everybody. I don't have any idea what's going on. And he's like, mid-month, and I'm like, I can't tell him that. I'm like, wait a minute, where are we at? And then I'm like, okay, clear the mind. And then Michael, and he looked at me and he said, the 15th. And I'm like, okay.
Okay. Debbie wants to know if her daughters, Bree, Savannah, and Khalili, will have safe travels this week. Bree, Savannah, and Khalili.
All 3 are very divinely protected.
Okay.
They have purpose. They have longevity. they're going to have, I mean, they're fine. They're going to be okay. They have angels surrounding them. Yeah, strong. And then Gabriel's just telling me that.
Patricia wants to know, says, Jen did a healing on Tebow in December with great results. Would a second healing consolidate or be needed? I don't know if Tebow is a dog or a person or a kitty or Thebod, Thibaud, but
I would say if symptoms are still there, and so energetic healing is giving the body enough energy along with the intention to create the healed state. But if something is like really strong and a long-term illness or something, it does take repeat healings. Yeah.
Okay. Debbie P, Deby P says, do you see me moving to Seffner, Florida soon? Seffner. Seffner.
No.
Okay. Michael is considering a hedge fund with profits going to humanitarian efforts, but heard the stock market is possibly going away. Is this a useful project given where we're heading? So he just wants to know if that's a project you should.
I don't think the stock market is really going away. I think it's going to change.
Yeah.
Now, what was the question on that?
Whether it's worth making that a humanitarian project or not.
I heard it's worth it.
Hmm?
I heard it's worth it.
It's worth it. Okay. Tiffany wants to know what she's doing on April 25th, 2026.
Trying to move to a different scene. I see cabinets. I see you putting things. I think you're packing, but I don't know. I think you're just packing to go somewhere.
Okay. Missy.
But I haven't been doing very good at those questions lately. I don't know why.
Yeah. Missy, Patriot Dental Hygienist Missy, says, today is a 1-year anniversary of our Staffordshire Bull Terrier, Luna, finding her way to us. Does she have anything she wants us to know about her? Luna, the dog.
I had one, and she was the best dog I ever had so far. Well, except for, what ones I have now.
They're all amazing.
It's funny, every time there's some kind of big exit from the protector, the man in our lives, for me and the girls, we get left with a dog. First, it was a Staffordshire Terrier pit bull, and she protected us when we were living alone, and now I've got a wolf. I've got Mr. Bear, who's a giant shepherd. This one. Mama's name again?
Missy and Luna.
She just wants to play. She wants somebody to play ball with her or whatever, to play with a toy all the time, and she wants more snacks. That's all I'm getting from this. She's happy.
Virginia's dog, Lucy, the whole time I'm there, I'm just tossing the ball to Lucy. She just never stops. She's like two, a little corgi, little short little legs. And I even brought my Seahawks gloves just so I don't get the dog slobber all over my hands all the time.
Oh, that's my dream dog, is a corgi. Yeah. They're so cute.
Oh, they're so cute. They're so cute.
So cute.
Especially Lucy. Darlene wants to know how long before she and her husband get into med beds.
As of now, 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay. Jody L. Says her dad, Larry Schaffler, is having surgery on Wednesday. How will it go? Larry Schaffler. Schaffler?
I see him waking up. He waves.
Good.
Yeah.
Peter Hoekstra has gifted a subscription to Real News Live and Mike and Jen. Thank you. And Eric Jensen got it. Good for you. Amy says, my family's having a big fuss over some land passed down for several generations. I believe one family has been taking funds from rentals. Will we be able to get through this? I'm pretty angry.
I said, is that true? Gabriel said, he said it's not. Look into that a little more before you start accusing.
Yeah.
It's not exactly what's been happening. I mean, people might be staying there, but I don't know if they're actually renting them out.
Yeah.
So what was the question actually?
Just, I'm pretty mad. Will we be able to get through this is what she wants to know. But you're saying, yeah, if you're really sure about what you bring up. You know,
do a little more research about what really happened in that situation. I don't really think that's
don't jump to conclusions.
Accurate. Completely accurate.
Kat says, do you think I would benefit from a parasite cleanse with wormwood, black walnut, cloves, and Aziac tea as a binder? I'm on a cleanse right now. Ivermectin and Fenben for 7 days. I'm on like day 5.
Try it. Jesus is saying there's something in that mix that does not agree with you, and I think it might be the tea.
Oh, the tea? Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm doing ivermectin and Fenben for 7 days. I'm on like day 5. We'll see. Diane and Jay want to know, will 415 Green Ridge Road or 486 Overlook Drive be our home in the future? Go Hawks.
It's not Overlook. What was the other option?
415 Green Ridge Road.
Strong possibility there.
Okay. Peter wants to know how soon his daughter Rachel will find love again. Her marriage just broke up and she lives in the Netherlands all by herself.
She's gonna it's about a year and a half.
About a year and a half. Not very long. Kelly wants to know if her father Tom will get the house on John's Orchard Lane. Will Tom get the house on John's Orchard Lane?
Not that one.
Okay. Linda says, I have to ship an old car we've been renovating for years to our garage by April 1st. Will we have it running in time to ship it and drive into a transporter truck? Yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nancy for $20 says, I'm planning a visit on the 14th of this month with my grands and my great-grands. Do you see any issues? Thank you very much.
None other than it just being really loud and rambunctious, and you're just kind of like, oh my god, being so used to the quiet. So prepare yourself for that. It's a good visit.
Arizona Toby is now a monthly supporter. Thank you, AZ Toby. All right, let's go over to the super chats. Layla says 28 only works if you've been good. Doing your numerology again, Layla? She did a numerology reading on me. And she said the 28th is the best day for me to pay bills. I thought the best day for me to gamble was the 23rd. I don't know. That's the problem. She also said, I only get money if I'm good. Really? Doesn't seem very fair.
You can work for it. I mean, you know.
Apparently I don't get any unless I'm good. Sunflower Callie wants to know if there's a message from her mom, Betty.
Sunflower Callie. Angel number for today is 1115. I don't know why I just did that, but that is the time right now.
1115?
Felt compelled to say that. What? What was it?
Does Betty have
right that's for somebody out there that said angel number came right through me.
Does Betty have a message for her mom? Does Betty the mom have a message for Sunflower Callie other than 1115?
That's probably it. Look that number up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Message. Just came through me like this surge of joy. I thought it was just angelic. I mean, that's what it feels like. You're going to rise. You're going to be okay. Everybody back home is excited for you. Awesome. That's the message.
Okay. Temple's wife says, I picked the winner, but I thought it was a boring game overall. Well, not to Seahawks fans, it wasn't boring. No, it was nerve-wracking. I couldn't eat.
It was really defense played that game. I mean, offense really couldn't get much done for the first half, but then it got exciting at the end.
Yeah. Sunflower Callie was Cindy, by the way. So Cindy won, but 1115 is the message. Yeah, it did. It was fun at the end. It's always fun when you know you're going to win. Jordan says there was an accident across from my house on Friday. Were they cartel? And did they steal a vehicle? No. Okay, my employer, Laronin. Again, there's no name. My employer is looking at reducing staff at the end of the month. Should I be concerned? Should I start looking for another job?
You're safe.
You're safe.
Others need to be concerned, yeah, but they're just trimming off, like, on this people who really aren't essential.
Will Helen and Rick move to the Gulf Coast this summer?
Gulf Coast. Yes.
Okay. Emmy Jane, Emily Peterson, can you look at me after the RV and see if I will regret not buying more Bolivar? We're not telling you. We're not telling you what to buy.
You're fine.
What will the thing is, guys? In some cases, how much do you need? Like, is it really in your life plan to have enough money to buy the Seahawks that were supposed to be going up for sale?
Yeah, but you know what? Like, if you're sitting there so worried about it, the Boulevard's so cheap. Might as well just go get some. Make yourself feel better. I mean, how much you going to spend if the family wants pizza tonight?
Yeah, and it's like
make dinner, buy some Boulevard. There you go.
Yeah, what are your goals after it's over? And do you really think you're gonna feel scarcity? Get out of that scarcity thinking now before it happens, and then you won't feel scarcity no matter how much you have. Will be very grateful for it. Bernadine De Francisco says, "Will my mom be like? What will my mom be like after she goes in the med bed? Yeah, like will she have red hair like Mike Bara? Will she come out a fucking ginger? I come out a ginger. No. Okay, let's go fix that. No ginger.
Who was this? It's not the same question.
I'm sorry, Christine. What will my mom be like after she goes in the med bed? Her name is Bernadine De Francisco.
She's an attractive woman. She's a little pistol, too. She's going to have fun. Okay. She's going to be fun. She'll be happy.
Joshua V wants to know if he can get his guardian angel's name.
Why don't you call him Roth? Or Ross. It sounds like Roth.
Ross?
Trying to tell me. I think it's just an abbreviation, short, nickname, short for his long name. But I think it's ROTH or ROSS.
We were on a break. Clara Wang, M or B?
I think that'd possibly be a B.
Susan Long, M or B?
It's a double B.
Connie Lofresco, $4.99. Thank you. Okay, just a few more. Heidi would like to know when she leaves her current job.
When is the RV happening? That's what she wants to know. Gabriel said shortly. Shortly.
Nursing. I'm nursing. I don't know you. When will I move to Florida?
When will I move to Florida? I think it's 4 months.
Okay.
Or the fourth month.
Jan wants to know if she'll be with her daughter or son for the RV.
Son.
Okay.
I just posted that angel number meaning on philosophy on Telegram.
Go check it out. I'm Phyllis B. Many years ago, I lost my laugh. I used to laugh a lot. When do you see me really laughing again? Phyllis. It's a good question.
In April.
Maybe you'll go see a comedy show in Vegas. Lucy Lou says, hi, Jen. I watched your last podcast regarding the ladybug. The next day, I found one on my carpet. Was she a message for me, please, Lisa? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ladybugs carry a lot of spiritual messages.
They do, and that's a really good one, especially this time of year. Like, I don't know if you watched the show, but I saw a dead one in the, and I swear to you, it was dead. I mean, turned upside down, all dried out. And I see it in the windowsill, and I'm cleaning, and then I go and get more wipes, and I turn around, and I come back, and it's crawling up the windowsill, and I'm like, all right, I don't even know.
That's weird. You brought it back to life.
I didn't do anything. It was God. I can't bring things back to life. That I just,
Okay.
So it's a really good one. Like if you're outside and it's springtime and just happen to see a ladybug, yeah. But really has to like crawl up on you, be inside. I mean, we haven't had any ladybugs around for months. There's absolutely no way. Maybe it's like a hologram or something. But I picked it up and took it outside. I don't know what happened there. But, my signs are going to be good so that I can tell the story for years and years to come and put it in the books and everything else. So.
All right. Jan, one last question for $10. Is my past husband's soulmate here to help our son who was destroyed by his departure at age 5 weeks? Is her husband who's passed with her?
With them.
Yeah. Is a past husband's soulmate here to help our son destroyed by his departure at age 5 weeks? And then there's some about a project. Looking at
well, I do see him helping his son from the other side, and you. If that's what you're asking. Your son will destroyed by his departure at 5 weeks. I'm surprised he remembers. Like Katie's dad died when she was 4, and yes, it has affected her entire life, and we've tried to be constructive and use that in a positive way. It never goes away, but she doesn't remember him at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is helping.
And will I have a project? Will my project have property near my home? Be for orphans, veterans. Sounds like orphans are something you want to do, so I would do it, Jan. Yeah,
let's stick to one question.
Well, I mean, I don't think you have to answer that, but I do think, it sounds like
you're getting a project, having a project and a piece of land.
It sounds like having someone who's lost their parents, having some service for them is important to you. So I would do that. All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up. Thank you for being here on the show. Jen, thanks as always for being here. Jen's got readings to do all day today. Going to do a philosophy tomorrow?
Yes, I am.
Planning on philosophy tomorrow?
Yes, I am. And we're going to probably see if we have any Jentel update or anything like that. And then we're going to talk about self-love and have an exercise.
Hey, I've already raised $238. Guys, thank you for that. And guys, you don't know how much that helps, just having to pay that cash out of my pocket. I'm almost paid now for my specialist visit. So that's really great. Thank you for helping me with that. I appreciate that. And get over and book your readings with Jen, and get on to jenniferfala.com and check everything out. Thanks for being here. You guys are the best. We will see you back here on Wednesday. I think we're doing Strictly Football later today. And I'm planning on Toxically Masculine Tuesday tomorrow. So we'll see you then. Have a great one. Looks like Wednesday, Sunday is a good vibe for us. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I think we're on to something here. Bye-bye.